And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. First carry for Nick Chubb. He'll have a first down past the 40, the 40, the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdown scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him.
Good one, boys. Let's go. Let's go. The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up first and 10 at their own 26. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down, Chiefs.
Yellow, yellow. I'm on, Eddie.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming. Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
Now a first carry for Donnell Pumphrey. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2 at the 48-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's second and 2. Now they'll throw with Mahomes. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. Sheldon Richardson. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
And it's third down.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. Third and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Go ahead, go ahead, go. Yellow. 58, boy, 58, 58.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. Not that time for Watkins. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Mayfield hands it off to Chubb. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 to score as they start 1st and 10. Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball.
And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Chad Thomas bringing the power on the sack. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he will lose yardage here back to his own 6. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Well, as an offense, you know, some drives you have it, some drives you don't. And this one looks like a you don't.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I mean, it was 3rd and long. It was screaming for a pass. I think they tried to outguess him there with the running play. They didn't fool him at all.
Went in the wrong direction. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. A running play on first down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the 1st quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
On 2nd down, Mays. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. After 7-0 on EA Sports. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. They're facing a tough spot, 3rd and 8 here to start things out. From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he'll be taken down well before the 1st at about the 36-yard line.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Working from the gun, Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. Brought down that time by Christian Kirksey.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. From the gun, it's Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Sheldon Richardson able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Dustin Colquitt now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Browns drive about to get started. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
Set, 20.
Check right.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
After the loss, here's 2nd and 12 from the 18. From the gun, Mayfield. He finds his target, Beckham. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Get ready.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season.
Let's go.
They'll run on first down. Mays, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. If this defense wants to stay in this ballgame, they've got to start ending some drives. That helps.
And they have to look ahead at what they expect the offense to do. And right now with that lead, That's run the football. So you don't just stack the line of scrimmage. You have to get upfield and try and make some plays in their backfield.
Throwing on second down, Mayfield. And he's got this one complete to Callaway. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Mike 58, right there.
First down, Mayfield. Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. Gets it to Gordon. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Mayfield with it once more. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Pretty nice coverage there, but a missed opportunity for an interception. Let's face it, a lot of these defenders, they've got it all. Speed, athleticism, hands, a little bit questionable.
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd. Going to the air again with Mayfield. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the 2nd quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Less than 30 seconds to go in the half. Pretty good starting field position, all things considered. You'd think they definitely have time to get to field goal range.
Yes, and you get into the huddle or you come off the bench here and you've called multiple plays because you're going to say, this is how we're going to run them in order, guys. You don't have time for audibles. You don't have time to change anything. You're trying to get the ball in position to at least get 3. They've got a great shot to do it right here.
He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out.
Let's go, let's go. Here we go.
Mahomes now on first down. Completes it to Hardman. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play, because that's been an issue for them in this game. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now it appears we've got a Chief moving pretty gingerly down there. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Mike.
Yellow. 180.
Mike. Let's go.
Mahomes now on first down. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The Cleveland offense ready to go. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
They run again on first down. Chubb. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
180.
Check, check. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They go with Chubb on second down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. And that will go out of the back of the end zone. Way too much mustard. Not a good punt, and it will come out to the 20. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. They run with Pumphrey, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mahomes eluding the pressure right. Finding room at the 30. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
53. Mike, 53.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. On first down, it's Williams. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Now on 2nd and 13, Mahomes. And this is caught by Watkins. And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Browns. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return for Browns TD. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes our score 17-0. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
That one good for 12 yards into Kansas City first. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Mahomes going to throw. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Mahomes. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, 3rd quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Myles Garrett picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. Escape, and a big loss here as he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And it's incomplete. Both players had a shot at that one. Neither can get it, and it brings up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Attack, attack! Attack, attack!
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. He'll rifle this one deep right. He's got a man complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And I think we can get used to seeing more of that in this 4th quarter, especially if they're having success on the ground like they did there.
Yeah, I think back when we met with the head coach in preseason, and all he talked about was building a bully. And I think it was this situation he was envisioning. Trying to ice a game, plenty of time left, but being able to give the ball to his big runner and pound away and try and finish off a game.
Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. Now Mayfield. Open man is Gordon, complete. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
When you have someone throwing it that well, that confidently, you don't have to call the game in fear at all, do you? You just go ahead and play.
Yep, confidence with a lead to throw it here in the 4th, and boom, he's on the money.
Yeah, you don't have to tuck your head in and go like turtle at this point. You can just go ahead and play.
They go play action. Mayfield. Now Mayfield lost the football. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. 30. 20, 10. And he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know, that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Browns drive about to get started. Now, there are two scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Mays. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Mayfield down. Buying time to his left. And an alley to run. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. They'll run on first down. Mays. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. The run for Nick Chubb. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Browns in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Odell Beckham, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Browns are going to tack on to their advantage. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like...
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Myles Garrett able to record his 5th sack of the season. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down. Mahomes now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's 1st and 10. It's Kelsey on the grab. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. Throw right side going to be caught by Hardman. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now here's Mahomes. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Darrell Williams, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Browns, they used a favorable early schedule to their advantage as they move to 2-0. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Kansas City, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.